Just like numerous women have ascended to leadership roles in the legitimate business world, there are also women who have occupied significant positions in organized crime. These individuals demonstrate that the allure of power and wealth is not exclusive to men. Join us as we explore the stories of 5 women who have climbed to positions of influence through their intelligence, ambition, and ruthlessness. At number 5, Griselda Blanco, often referred to as the Black Widow, was a Colombian drug lord involved with the Medellin cartel and illegal drug trafficking based in Miami from the 1970s to the early 2000s. She and her mother relocated to Medellin after her birth in Cartagena, Colombia, marking the beginning of her criminal career. Even at a young age, Blanco displayed early signs of ruthlessness, allegedly abducting and attempting to ransom a child from a wealthy neighborhood when she was just 11 years old. She had already mastered pickpocketing before becoming a teenager. Blanco's involvement in the narcotics trade expanded from Colombia to major U.S. cities, including Miami, New York, and California. She entered the United States illegally in the mid-1970s, using forged passports, and settled in Queens, New York, where she established a significant drug enterprise. However, her illegal activities caught up with her when she faced federal drug conspiracy charges in April 1975. She fled back to Colombia to evade arrest, but later returned to Miami in the late 1980s. Blanco's return to Miami coincided with a period of violent confrontations in the city, known as the Miami Drug War, resulting in numerous deaths due to the high crime rate and the surge of illegal drugs. Blanco actively participated in the drug-related violence during this time. In a significant turn of events, Blanco's criminal empire suffered a major blow when she was captured by the DEA at her Miami residence on February 17, 1985. She was charged with attempting to produce, import, and distribute narcotics, and she was found guilty in federal court in New York City, receiving a 15-year prison sentence. While imprisoned, she faced additional charges in Florida, to which she pleaded guilty in 1998, resulting in a 20-year prison sentence. In 2004, Blanco was deported to Medellin, Colombia, but her freedom was short-lived as she passed away suddenly in September 2012. Her last known sighting was in May 2007 at Bogotá Airport. Griselda Blanco's life story has captured the imagination of filmmakers, musicians, and artists, inspiring significant portrayals in numerous documentaries and artistic works. Number 4. Sebastiana Cotton Vasquez. Originally a peasant child in Malacotan, Guatemala, had an astonishing journey from humble beginnings to becoming a formidable and ruthless criminal leader in the country's drug trade. Known by aliases like Latana Donatana or La Dona, Vasquez rose to the pinnacle of her criminal organization, earning a reputation for her brutality and ruthlessness. She had extensive ties to narcotics trafficking, including connections with the Dignavale cartel in Honduras and the network of Salvadoran narcotics boss Jorge Ulloa Cebrian, better known as who was apprehended in Guatemala in 2013. Furthermore, Vasquez served as a liaison for the Sinaloa cartel under the command of El Chapo Guzman. Leveraging her connections in Colombia, she coordinated the transportation of narcotics and money from Colombia to Guatemala, which were subsequently moved to Mexico and the United States through her direct associates. In February 2012, a trial in Nicaragua against 16 individuals suspected of being part of the Los Charas cartel revealed Vasquez's pivotal role in overseeing all operations. It was uncovered that she had facilitated the transportation of 40,000 kilograms of narcotics from Venezuela and Colombia to North America. Notably, Vasquez was also involved in money laundering, concealing her illicit wealth through real estate transactions and vehicles registered in the names of churches. She even established 4 hardware stores to legitimize her operations. Vasquez collaborated with a network of women across Latin America, including infamous figures like Mallory Chacon Rosell in Guatemala City and Yaneth Vergara Hernandez in Colombia, forming a powerful and resourceful gang engaged in various illegal activities. Despite her significant reign, Vasquez was captured by security forces in 2014. Nevertheless, reports from Guatemala suggest that she was released in 2019 and returned to her hometown of Malacotan. Sebastiana Cotton Vasquez's story underscores the complexity and reach of her involvement in narcotics trafficking. Her ascent to prominence, extensive connections, and involvement in large-scale trafficking operations exemplify the challenges law enforcement faces in combating organized crime in the region. Number 3. Leticia Rodriguez. Leticia Rodriguez, Lara, known as Dona Leti Laforte, or the Queen of Riviera Maya, was a prominent figure in the criminal world of Quintana Roo, Mexico, a popular tourist destination. She rose to power as the top narcotics trafficker in southern Mexico, operating primarily in towns like Cancun, Cozumel, and Playa del Carmen. Rodriguez Lara initially aligned herself with the Sinaloa cartel, led by Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, to protect her territory from rival cartels. She played a key role in facilitating drug shipments from Colombia to Mexico, ultimately destined for the United States and other countries. Additionally, she formed alliances with local gangs in Quintana Roo. Later, she broke away from El Chapo's cartel to establish her own criminal organization, becoming the leader of the Gulf Cartel. To solidify her control, Rodriguez Lara engaged in violent clashes with competing cartels like Los Zetas and Los Polones, resulting in increased violence in Cancun. Her reign came to an end when she was arrested in Puebla on August 9, 2017, along with 3 accomplices shortly after her son's arrest. On April 10, 2018, she faced formal charges related to organizing and managing organized crime operations. During her arrest, authorities discovered around 1,500 security boxes containing money hidden under various aliases, exposing the scale of her illicit operations. The arrest of Leticia Rodriguez Lara, the once feared queen of Riviera Maya, significantly disrupted organized crime in Quintana Roo, revealing her deep involvement in illegal activities and her dominance in the region's underworld. Number 2. Sandra Avila Beltran. Sandra Avila Beltran, widely known as Lorena del Pacifico, has left an indelible mark on Mexico's drug cartel landscape. Her life story is a compelling narrative of familial connections, illicit affairs, audacious escapes, and her ascent to prominence in the male-dominated world of narcotics trafficking. Born in Baja California, Avila Beltran came from a family deeply entrenched in the drug trade. Her father, Alfonso Villa Quintero, was a cousin of Rafael Caro Quintero, a prominent figure in the Guadalajara cartel. She also had associations with the Beltran-Leyva brothers, influential leaders in the Sinaloa Cartel Federation. Her destiny as a trafficker seemed preordained, being a third-generation member of her family involved in this criminal world. Avila Beltran's personal life was marked by danger and tragedy. She had connections with several notorious drug lords, which further elevated her status in the criminal underworld. Both of her husbands, both former police officers turned smugglers, were mysteriously assassinated. Her friendship with Juan Diego Espinoza Ramirez, known as the Tiger, and a major player in Colombia's Norte del Valle cartel, brought her even greater notoriety. For years, Avila Beltran managed to elude law enforcement by carefully concealing her activities. However, a pivotal moment came when her teenage son was kidnapped. In a surprising twist, she sought help from the police to rescue her child. While she succeeded in the rescue, her actions raised suspicions and triggered an investigation. In 2007, Avila Beltran and Espinosa Ramirez were finally apprehended in Mexico City after a 4-year pursuit involving 30 federal officers. She was charged with money laundering related to smuggling narcotics worth billions of dollars from Colombia to Mexico. Despite her high-profile lifestyle and influential connections, the evidence against her was substantial, leading to her conviction. Following numerous legal battles in 2012, Avila Beltran became entangled in the complex web of international law enforcement. She was extradited to the United States to face serious charges related to narcotics possession and trafficking. Even during her incarceration, she remained a significant link between the Sinaloa cartel and one of Mexico's most powerful criminal organizations. In an unexpected twist, Avila Beltran authored a book titled The Queen of the Pacific, Time to Talk, based on a series of interviews with Mexican writer Julio Scherer conducted in jail. Her journey to power, marked by family ties, forbidden romances, and daring escapes from authorities, underscores her unrelenting pursuit of wealth and influence. At the top of our list is DeMacker Thompson. Thompson Hairston is a captivating figure in American criminal history. She rose to prominence as a narcotics dealer during the 1980s crack epidemic that swept across the nation. She established a formidable narcotics enterprise in the tough neighborhoods of South Central Los Angeles, organizing a network of distributors that spanned multiple cities. Thompson's involvement in the drug trade began in her early childhood. At the tender age of 8, she witnessed the harsh reality of poverty when she and her mother were evicted from their apartment, leaving their belongings strewn outside. This pivotal incident fueled Thompson's determination to gain power and amass wealth. Remarkably, Thompson excelled in track and field during her high school years. She fell in love with Anthony Daff Mosley, a narcotics dealer, and eager to prove herself, began collecting money on his behalf. Thompson and Daff married in 1980 and entered the drug trade together. As her company grew, they acquired a lavish mansion in Encino, California, and their lifestyles appeared to mirror the trappings of prosperity. Unfortunately, Daff was brutally murdered. Agents from the Drug Enforcement Administration DEA, who had been monitoring Thompson's operations, expected her illegal organization to crumble after her husband's death. However, Thompson defied expectations and made a remarkable recovery. In 1984, Thompson expanded her operations by hiring distributors nationwide and establishing direct connections with Colombian drug manufacturers. Her unwavering ambition led her to create what seemed like a legitimate business, specializing in hair distribution and the sale of wigs and hair extensions. While Thompson maintained that it was a legal enterprise, law enforcement suspected it was a front to launder her drug money. The turning point came when Thompson's business partner, Percy Cheese Bratton, was caught with a substantial amount of narcotics in his possession. Bratton struck a deal with investigators, providing the evidence needed to indict Thompson. Fearing arrest, Thompson attempted a frantic escape but was apprehended at the age of 31 during her son's 6th grade graduation ceremony. Thompson faced numerous charges, including money laundering and conspiracy to distribute narcotics. She was convicted after her indictment and began serving a 15-year prison sentence. Thompson's captivating story garnered widespread media attention and fascinated the public. In fact, she was featured in an episode of the 2nd season of Netflix's Drug Lords, which aired on July 10, 2018. Her astonishing rise and the millions she amassed in the perilous drug trade were explored in this episode, highlighting her journey from a determined individual to an infamous drug lord. Thompson's desire for control over her own destiny led her down a path that transformed her into a notorious figure in the world of narcotics. That's a wrap on our list of the top 5 most merciless female drug lords. Which one intrigues you the most? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-boggling content. Thanks for joining us today, and remember, the truth is out there. Until next time, stay curious.